to tell you the truth, bro, the reason I actually should have slammed 10K, but when you tell me you were so deep at that one point, I was like, fuck, he's in at this point. Like, I have gold right here. Like, I need to go. That's like one of the main reasons why I went. I was like, fuck, I got to do this. What's going on, guys? This is the Stock Snipers. I am Stock Sniper Mike with my main man, Sniper Strati, and we are going to be going over a beautiful trade review that we actually did on Friday, July 20, what was it? 22nd. So July 22nd, FFIE panic dip buy. Let's dive in. So here's the chart here, guys. We got the multiple Green Day run up. Listed stock with great potential run. I mean, we're going from 250 all the way up to $6 in 2 days, and then it doesn't break down. And this was a potential to make some money as well in the up 52-week breakout. So this was something we were watching in the sniper chat. Did you play this one on this upward or no?
Played it on the day before.
Oh, see, I mean, you're looking at the right things though, but it just shows there's potential everywhere all over this chart. So the breakout there, unfortunately, we missed this one, but don't ever keep your eyes off of it, because after it spikes all the way up, the panic now starts. And multiple red days is what we see. And on this red day is really when we started to talk about it. I mean, you were texting me. He was like, this is going to be the gold opportunity. And I haven't really heard gold opportunity yet from him. So I was pretty excited when he was bringing that up. And we put it on the watch list. So for those of you guys that aren't a part of the team, every single day on the website or on your app, we actually create a morning watch list and an afternoon watch list. And FFIE was placed right on that Thursday morning watch list. So we were looking at this to make that move as the #1 watcher. So if you look at it, read on what we're looking for. It's made 3 straight red days from 780 to 445. And shout out to Strati, because he was actually the one that really was kind of eyeing this down for me, kind of saying like, yo, this is going to be so nice. And then Thursday, I said, if it's continue to hold 460, we'll be looking at it, which it actually continued to panic even lower. And that's what made us really want to slam it. So now let's go in to show you the chart. 15-minute have been what we've been eyeing down. And if you look at it, a huge crash down. The first time that we were really looking at it, like I was saying, was that 360 spot. So 360 was really that first spot that we were like, this can possibly make a bounce. And that's all the way down here from 780 to 360. So very, very nice move. And that next morning when we finally got the crack, that was the gold that Shadi was talking about. That was what he was saying. We're going to have this opportunity to really take advantage of. And we freaking nailed it right here. So this was the original panic down. On this panic down here, $2 here. Actually, let me get down to the minute chart just to kind of show you it, because this is a 15-day, 15-minute. So we had the panic from 370 all the way down to 280, and then you have the shoot down. It shot all the way down to pretty much 190, 195, $2 area. Now, why we like this spot and why I really like this spot is because if I zoomed out and looked at it, we're literally back down to where this spike started. So the spike just went crazy from 225 all the way to 770. And look at that. Within 5 days, we're back to 225 area. So in my eyes, we got a long-term support. And that's really what I loved about this stock was, wow, we got this support level that it should be able to bounce off of. I mean, look at the trading that it's done before. This has been holding great support in the past 10 days back here. So why would we not bounce back off that spot? And that's why I actually like that spot a lot. Also because we liked it at 360. I would say that's 2 different reasons why we were into it. But yeah. And then we get the panic. And this is really what the gold was. Deciding to take that buy on that first higher low. And that was something that actually you helped me out with on the buy spot, was really stay patient for that first high low. And when that first high low happens, go for it. And you actually texted me that morning saying, I'm just waiting for the first high low. And that's really what we were doing. And it was just picture perfect. You had a panic all the way down. And then the first higher low was this spot right here. It was pretty much coming up. And it just showed that it doesn't want to come down anymore. 195 was that low that it panicked down. And now you finally have another spot that is held. And that's actually our entry spot. Pretty much like, I think it was like right around here. Using that 195 is cut, $2 area is cut. Getting in at 210, guys, when the stock was just at $7 4 days ago, with the risk of only 5%. I mean, the upside there is who knows. Usually it's could go up to 50% or so. So that's why we're all in with this risk. This was something that I haven't done in a while with the listed panic kind of experience. This is something that I'll definitely be better with sizing up, but still got a decent size with $5,000 here. And we really just rode the wave. Didn't ride it long enough, I'd say. So there was a negative. Always can get better on every trade review, but I would say we could have definitely got better on the sell part. But yeah, we bought it right here at 212, and within the next 10 minutes, it's getting a spike almost 15% right there. We're now at 15% up. And at that point, we're kind of telling ourselves, should we take this bag? And we actually took the bag right here. Now, I'm going to talk about us making money and taking that $750 in 10 minutes off of this straight from the morning watch list. But Strati, I kind of would let you take it away with how we could have been better, I guess, on the sell part. Because I feel like on the sell, we could have done a little bit better with letting it play out. I mean, like you said, you kind of have to let these higher lows set out and all that stuff.
Right.
So,
So
yeah.
you can with these like these are heavily shorted, right? So that's why this thing was really dumping hard. Like, people are shorting every single pop every single day on this thing, and they've gotten rewarded. So if you like the 15-day, 15-minute, every time it tries to pop, it gets slammed down. So people are just loading size on that, and there's a lot of volume to back it up. So when you do get into one of these dip buys, you can get kind of patient with it, because if you can get a higher high for the first time, you have switched a trend and you've caused some shorts to possibly start covering. So instead of being so worried about your buy order, think about if you're in their shoes. So they say to themselves, okay, we're just going to cover next dip. We're just going to cover next dip. We've been in this thing 5 days. We're watching our profits go a little lower. They're not losing money, but they're not in the most comfortable position. It's red day 5. Why are you still swinging short this? Who would still be selling this at $2 from 8? Could it go to 0? Yeah, but it's just an odds game. Like, this will have some kind of bounce. So out of the 5 days it went down, you get that first higher high, and it's only been 20 cents. You can really like chill out a little bit and be like, I'm in a great spot. Everyone who's already been in this isn't in the best spot. Let's just see how it plays out. And then you literally just set your risk and move it up. So you could have bought that higher low and risked $2, and then you see your spike, and then it holds 220. You at that point can just move your risk up to break even, or you still make a small gain if you got it at 211, 212. And then it goes even higher, and then it holds 240, and then you can just move your risk up to 240 and not let your winner turn into a loser. But some of the best ones just never even come back.
This didn't come down for a while, dude.
So if you can just do the trailing stop, you guarantee yourself a winner all the time, and you can consider selling a piece. So if you have 5,000 shares, maybe you sell 1,500 and you give yourself a profit, so that there is no way you can lose money. So if you already have some money locked in, you have no problem sitting through as much more. You can sit through a red candle, you can sit through a small crack. So it's paying yourself along the way and just moving your risk up. And sometimes they're just easy as hell. Like, this just held 240, 260. At one point, I moved my risk up to 280.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I remember that.
but I just kept moving up and said, I'll just get out eventually. And then that's it. But I didn't, if you hold your full size through that, I think it's kind of crazy. But just selling in pieces, you can just pay yourself along the way, and you can see some really cool moves with small size. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a beauty right there, guys. Literally, we made a good 17% or 8. I think it was like just about 18% or 19% in 10 minutes. But if we just stayed more patient, stayed to this trailing cut like he was just talking about, or instead sold half here and then just let the other half ride out, if we could have done that, we really could have maximized our profits. And that's really how you grow your account. I mean, grabbing 20% bags, that'll definitely grow your account for sure. But you always want to try to maximize your upsize and minimize your downsize. And with this, maximizing our upsize here would have possibly been either selling half here, or like he was saying, just have that trail loss. And then this thing literally is at $3 within 40 minutes from our buy. So now we've made 50% instead of 20%. And that really can get you going. I mean, if you got a small account, if you make 50%, your account's now almost double. So that's really how you kind of get yourself going there. And the beauty of it, like he was saying, if you're using a trail loss, you're really never down. It's pretty crazy stuff. Emotion wise, with this listed stock, to tell you the truth, it's been new for listed in a buy like this. So for me, when I saw the 20%, I was kind of quick to take it and like, oh shit, this was sick. Like, and it happened so nicely. So I was like, I'll grab that 20% all day. But now I get exactly what he's looking for and what you should be looking for when you're maximizing your wins. So always ways to improve. But in the end of the day, I'd say great trade for both of us. And we both were able to profit.
You can think about it too, bro. Like it went from $8 to $2, so it has the range in theory to go from 2 to 8. That's 400%. In,
Yeah.
in the
No, you're
perfect
right.
scenario, it's not going to do that. We know that. So when you're up 20%, you can think to yourself, we have 380% to go. So that might calm you down too. Like if it
That's
dumped
a good
from
point of doing it. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
$7 to $6 and you're trying to play a bounce on it, you have $1 to make money. So yeah, like 5% is great in that scenario, like 4%. But you have to play the whole picture and start from the bottom to the top. And then you know how much you can realistically make. So you're using 400% to make 30 is amazing. If the range
Yeah.
is 50%, you're trying to make five. Like I don't know, the bigger the range, the more bigger ideas you can get about it too. So that could help you too.
No, that's a great point. That one thing that helped me a little bit was on I try to, I mean, obviously with not this one, but I try to think like, okay, now that I got in at 212, I'm gonna use 210 as cut or $2 as cut. And it's at 240 now. Instead of worrying about I should take this 20% profit, I should probably thinking like, wow, I'm now 30% off my cut spot. Like I'm in a comfortable spot, maybe to let this thing ride out. So yeah, definitely ways to settle your brain down and to be able to kind of be more patient here. Because at the end of the day, this thing did hold 260, and who knows what'll happen tomorrow. Like you were saying, it could possibly turn into a first Green Day. And
Yeah,
that's really would be gold if that happens.
could have been it. I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't hold it overnight though, but yeah.
No, definitely not. You can get some intraday moves. Maybe you go from 270 to four. I don't know. That was a sick. All the volumes there. So
Great move there. And something I do want to point out before we close this out is I always like to say there's no handouts in the world and definitely in the stock market. Like no one just gets a handout. Like you usually never buy a stock and you go up 100% and you just make all this money. So in my eyes, if you want to look at it, like he was talking about, put yourself in the shorthand shoes, put yourself in the shorter shoes. If you are shorting at 770, you got a full out fucking handout at $2. And if you are not covering at $2, that is a problem. And that's what is really causing this is greed or people being too greedy, not taking what they should, thinking that $7 drop can now happen even more. And, that really causes all this. So there are no handouts in the stock market, 100%. And the shorters did get a full handout here. So I can see this. That's the way I kind of always thought about it. I can always see this bouncing because that's a free money for shorts.
yeah, at the end of the day, bro, you're never gonna know why a stock is, who's behind it. Like everything we're saying could be, we have no idea.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Promoters for FFIE could be like, kids have no idea what they're talking. Like that's not why. But you just have to do your best interpretation and just think for yourself a little bit and make your own judgments and just trust yourself a little bit and just go for it.
And that's taking advantage of the listed plays. And guys, if we can nail these listed plays as well as these OTC plays, sky is the limit. Because at the same day that we took FFIE, we actually bought LIACF overnight and was able to flip it pretty much from here to here. So awesome moves that we actually were able to kind of do there on LACF. It was an overnight move, gap up. But if we're able to kind of do these moves as well as the FFIEs and stuff like that, later on make that is really what's going to be able to really grow our account. And I can really see, like I said, sky's the limit. I see there's a lot of potential happening. So very exciting stuff in the mix. That was FFIE and how we were able to make 20% in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Great work there, man. We'll catch you guys on the next winner next time. Peace.